Hello, everybody, and welcome to Adobe Live. My name is Flynn. I'm very happy to be hosting today. We are gearing up to Christmas, believe it or not. And to help us on this jingly journey is Anika Aggarwal. Hi, Anika. How are you?
Good. How are you, Flynn?
I'm good. I'm really good. I'm excited. It's so close to Christmas now, which is pretty crazy. So the Halloween decorations are down and the Christmas stuff is up, and it's time to go shopping. Get ready. Are you all set? You
Yeah,
done, or have you still got a lot to do?
we're just getting started. We celebrate Thanksgiving in October, and I know that a lot of people in the North American region celebrate Thanksgiving in November. So
Yes.
everyone's Christmas decorations are just getting up about around this time. So I'm excited to just get into the holiday cheer and make a holiday ad campaign, which is what we're going to be making today.
Which is really, really cool. So I'm very excited. So thank you so much for joining us, everybody that's watching live or if you're watching on demand. But let's just get stuck into it, I think. We'll switch over to you and you can kind of take us through the project. It's going to be really cool.
Yeah, absolutely. If anyone has not been on Adobe Live before or haven't met me, my name is Anika. I'm a creative strategist and I do some social media as well. I host a podcast, but today we're going to be redesigning or reimagining a Christmas ad campaign using AI. So we're going to be creating everything in Firefly boards. So I took it upon myself to rebrand this cafe called Soban Cafe, which is near me. And so this was their old logo, and I decided to make it a personal project to really redesign and use illustrative designs to make it part of their brand language. And so I did this earlier this year just as a personal project because I really wanted to help them out. And I also wanted it to be part of my portfolio. So I used Photoshop for these mockups. And we're going to be using some of these images as references to create newer holiday themed images
Mm.
in Firefly boards. So I'm excited to get into it and really see what we come up with.
I like those illustrations a lot. They're really cool.
Yeah, I think these were stock illustrations.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was just like some quick, let's do it spec work. And then I came up with the colors and then this beautiful set of flavors, which I don't know what these flavors are, but we're gonna convert them into winter themed ones. So I'm
Nice.
excited to get into it.
Cool.
Yeah, so if you haven't used Firefly, have you used Firefly Woods, then?
Yes, yeah, a couple of times. I really like it. I'm quite a fan. I'm I feel like it was really soft launched. Like I don't think it's
Yeah.
like there's been a lot of fanfare for it.
Mm.
And hasn't been a lot of kind of a big push around it. Which maybe we'll see some more next year. Maybe there's new features coming that kind of, the company kind of really wants to kind of push. But what I've really enjoyed is a lot of designers, including yourself and creatives from different fields, discovering it
Mm.
and using it in kind of different ways. But I think from a creative perspective, just the visualness of the boards, the infinite board, and the way that you can think is very mind mappy, which is not a word.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
think that a lot of us like to think and organize our thoughts that way and be creative that way. And so, yeah, I'm really looking forward to like the future of what Firefly boards could be.
Yeah, no, it's like having floating panels everywhere on the
Yeah.
mood board.
Yeah. If you have
That's
multiple
totally my
tabs
jam.
open all the
Yeah.
time, then this might be
Yeah.
for you. Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of, if you've never used Firefly boards as a viewer, thank you for being here. But you can go to firefly.adobe.com and this is where you can access all the features for Firefly. So if you click on the new button, you can create a board video, which was actually announced at Max 2025, and then image, Photoshop file, Adobe Express file, and more. So we're gonna click on boards, and this is what will be generated. And it's essentially what do you want to do? Do you want to upload something and start from there? Or do you want to go to your boards, which is something that you've already worked on? And then you can also choose from these three featured projects. If you're new here and if you haven't used Firefly boards before, this is a good starting point where you can either start from a brand design project, a furniture design project, or a film project. And actually, there's been a Firefly campaign on social media, people creating from this unfinished film by Sam Finn. And you can go and use those prompts, mood boards. If I click on it, it's going to open up that starting point for me here. And it just lets me just go in there and be creative without thinking about any other thing. So essentially, what I mean to say by that is that this mood board, once it loads, has a lot of information in the sense of images and things that you can use as references. So, as I said, there's a lot. It's going to take a second to load, but
Yeah.
stuff like this, where the world is upside down or anti gravity and stuff like this that you would not imagine taxis being in the air. It's so unbelievably surreal and whimsical, and all of these things would just help you to be creative and give you a good starting point. So if you're looking to get into boards, I would say start here, be creative, think of the things that you would think of maybe in your dreams, and then create them.
Yeah. Yeah, it's cool. Yeah,
Um,
and I mean, even
yeah,
just how that is designed, right? You could see this element of design with the squiggly lines and everything. The way things are clustered together is a really cool. It's just such a nice way to absorb, like absorb information and share, like kind of a bit of a
yeah,
thought journey. So yeah, get into it if
yeah.
you haven't tried it before. It's really cool.
Yeah. With that said, I do want to get into our campaign for today. We are creating a Christmas ad campaign, and these are some of the images that you saw on the project here as well on my website. So I brought these in here just because I wanted to use those as references. And before we get started, I do want to showcase some of the icons here, which is generate image, video, and presets. So presets is essentially a place where you can go in and use some of these things such as change pose, and then use the partner model 2.5 Nano Banana. And given your reference image, let's say I want to use this and then click change pose. I don't know what's going to happen with this, so we'll find out together. But typically, if you give change pose a portrait or a headshot image of yourself, it is going to generate a different image of the same person and learn from the information of the facial features and then generate that into a different pose. So I recently did something like that for a photo shoot for my brand, and I gave in my input image facing the camera and then use change pose to create something of a different pose. Now, this has given me something very interesting here because I had not told what pose it should be. So maybe next time I can give in the input, and now one of these is in midair, which is fine, except I would want it to be vertical and don't want these colors to be changed. So
Yeah.
next time, maybe write that in prompt. But this is also very interesting that it would still work on packaging, which I'd never done before. So
Yeah.
yeah, and then generate image has either Firefly models, which are commercially safe, where you can use Firefly Image 5, which was also released at Max, some of the older models here, and then also partner models. We'll be using Gemini 3, which is also Nano Banana Pro, also recently released, and I just want to push it to the limits and see what we come up with to like really put this packaging into a winter scene and then add some cozy elements atop. So yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, cool.
I am going to start with removing the background for some of these images. And the way I could do that is selecting this image and then going remove background. So I'm going to do that for all of these three just to see, because I want to use this as reference image and I don't want the white background or AI to learn from that. So
Yeah.
I'm going to make it a best use case for my purposes and see what we come up with.
Can I
So
just
we
throw
have
in a
these three.
quick little observation there as well? Like you did one and then let the computer and basically the cloud like remove that background and then moved on to the next
Yeah.
one, which is really funny because even in Photoshop, you can only really do one action like that where it does take a
Yeah.
couple of seconds of processing time. It doesn't sound like
Yeah.
much, but it was really cool the way that you just quickly started at working on one project and then started at working on a task, I should say, and then another task.
Yeah.
Like there's something really nice about that way of working. Again, it's just a unique feature that you don't really
It's
see a
just
lot.
very nice that you don't have to wait for something to finish
Yeah.
before to start a new idea. So
Yeah.
if you're in that creative workflow and maybe you had like an energy drink right before getting started, which is often a lot of creatives do, well,
Right.
those of us who take caffeine, I should say, it is definitely my workflow where if I'm in the mood to create and I want to wait, it just kills the flow.
Yeah.
And I don't want that. So with Firefly boards, with infinite mood boarding, it's like really helpful when you're doing things like it. Yeah, okay. So I'm creating a prompt using Gemini 3 here, and I'm saying, show me this product atop a tree trunk with a red gingham scarf with a cup of coffee because this is a coffee brand. So I'm thinking about it as these five, six scenes that'll be in the ad campaign. And these are some of the things that I want in the scene. So this is the story, and we're going to build it with just Gemini 3 and Firefly video. So I'm going to write this as a prompt here and then click this button here called Enhance Prompt, which I think it takes me a really long time to write or come up with a prompt that is perfect for my use case. And this enhanced prompt is perfect for those scenarios where you know exactly what you want and then make AI tell you how to word it in a way that it's going to create the generate the result that you want.
Right.
So let's start with a cup of coffee and then in a serene winter scene And then maybe I want to give in some lighting input as well. So let's do one with not the prompt enhancement and select our image reference. I'm going to select this guy and then click generate. This is without using the enhance prompt. And now I'm going to click enhance prompt, which now will change my prompt to be a rustic winter still life featuring a dark wooden tree trunk adorned with a red gingham scarf draping luxuriously around it. Like this would have taken me 10 minutes to come up with this
Right.
sentence that AI would learn from. And I can do that in just one click. So I'm going to click generate and see what we come up with. And again, as you can see, I did not wait for it to generate. I just click generate here. And I see that something's already come up here. So I'm going to bring that out. Okay, that's not bad.
It's pretty
I would
cool.
want them. Yeah. It's so interesting because this was our image, this was our starting point, and this is where we are. And I had no other information about it other than the prompt. And this was also just one sentence that we used. So if I click the load button, it's going to show me what my prompt was, and that's what it came up with. I am going to bring this one here as well. This is where the enhanced prompt was used. Okay, and it rearranged my packaging, which is really interesting to see because I did not ask it to do that.
It's really kind of championing the coffee cup, really. Like,
Yeah,
which is quite funny. It's kind of put the packaging as secondary.
let's actually go in here and see what. Okay, that's probably why. Atop the trunk lies a cozy coffee cup.
Mm,
Hmm.
maybe at top, like
Make,
it's yeah.
yeah, make the subject the packaging. And I'm gonna say don't change the characters of the label because I feel like sometimes it does do that.
Right. It wants to separate the illustrations from the packaging.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and even like some of these details, like specialty coffee series or some of these things that I have on the coffee packaging gets a little jumbled up.
Mm.
That was not it. We're gonna generate some more. All right, I'm gonna put these on the side. Wait, what's happening? Oh, it was just not letting me type. And the other thing that I'm gonna do is also remove the texture or the style of the scarf because I feel like it's adding way too much information. So I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna bring this here. Okay, that kind of worked. I
Mm.
like the fact that it's giving the packaging. That was a good call out where um not using the coffee cup as the information was good. I'm gonna do a bunch more just to see what we come up with, and then let's do the second one meanwhile. The second one is Soban coffee packaging in the air with Boca Winter Wonderland background. Okay, show me the subject in a serene winter. It's so interesting because I would never use these words in real life, but I'm using them here.
Right. Yeah. Well, it's like a kind of a new language, isn't it?
Yeah,
Like you're
yeah,
talking
it's
to
yeah.
LLM. Like it's not anything that we've done before.
Yeah, it is so fascinating because you're learning with it, not
Right.
just the machine.
Yeah. It's like give and take. It's kind of like, well, that didn't quite work. So, oh, maybe it's interpreting that language as this.
Yeah.
Therefore, I need to change it to something else or add something else to it or clarify what I mean,
Mm-hmm.
that kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah. I am actually going to use the other image for this one because I feel like this would be a good way for it to learn how it would interact with the environment because it's already in air. So I feel like I want to show this product in a serene winter wonderland scene, bokeh background, snow falling. Um, I want to say snow falling in the distance just because I don't want anything on the package
Mm.
and then say generate. And meanwhile, I'm going to bring up some of these generations that were, oh, this one actually turned out to be really nice. These three, we have some cool new ones. I'm going to let you pick your favorite out of these three.
Okay.
Okay, this is one. This one is second. Oh, this one has a cup warmer as well. That's insane.
It's a nice touch.
Yeah, I do like this one. I'm gonna say be biased and say that I like this one.
Okay.
Just because the scarf is not covering the packaging, and in these two, the scarf is kind of in front of the
Yeah.
package.
Yep. I see that.
But I'm gonna let you still pick your favorite.
Oh, you are. Okay.
I am.
I feel like
We can also generate more.
yeah, I feel like the top right one is probably probably the
Yeah.
best. I'm less fussed about it covering because I feel like you can, because they're repeated patterns, like the packaging. So even though it's covering one,
Yeah.
you can see the rest. So I think it's a
Yeah.
bit like that
Yeah.
whole masthead thing of packaging where you can't read every
Yeah.
letter, but you can still read the title.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
I
like
think
backlit it here.
yeah, that is so interesting. I said warm lighting, and I think that's what I learned from it. But that was also before enhancing the prompt. So we only had so much information. I'm gonna click generate like 4 times, and I'm gonna let Nano Banana do its thing. Meanwhile, I'm gonna keep these on the side here and keep these two here as well. And I'm also gonna go back to scene one and generate a video out of it because at the end of the day, it's a video ad campaign. So I'm gonna click generate video. Um, Maybe I want to use VO 3.1, not give it any prompt, and then just give, maybe let's start with this one and then give the image prompt. And I'm going to let the model understand what to do. So I'm going to let the aspect ratio be widescreen, have audio in it, and it says it uses 400 credits. So be mindful of whenever you're generating using partner models and other models as well, that it will use credits. So you need to have those in your account, and you can only generate so much unless you have the Firefly Premium, which is different. Then you have a lot more credits to spend on. Very interesting that it's doing the backlight on all of these.
Yeah,
Maybe it was something in the prompt and I just missed it because I didn't read the enhanced prompt.
there must
Let's
be.
go
Yeah,
back
there
and
must be
look.
something in there.
Here it is, enveloped by an ethereal diffused golden glow. We don't want that. I'm just gonna do this and click on generate. Okay, and then the video is generating with VO3, but I also want to use Firefly video for it. So I'm going to remove the prompt and then just go first frame, and I'm going to use this one for that. And just click generate. It says 0 credits here, I think, because the generations until December 1 were free. And so that's probably why it's doing
Right.
it. Um, and I think that got extended as well. I don't really remember until when, but it
Hmm.
has been extended. I heard someone on the team saying that it's been extended, but I'm not really sure.
Oh, right. Yeah, no,
Okay.
I missed that. I didn't even know they were free. I haven't
Yeah,
been paying
they
attention.
announced it. I think they announced it at Max, but it was free for a
Oh,
few,
that's right. Yes, I do remember that
right?
now. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know the exact date that it was free
Mm.
until, but it has been free until a while. Okay, I'm gonna bring up this video and then it's creating this image which I actually don't really like. So I am gonna give it the prompt again and just gonna say this. Um, I'm gonna say, show me the coffee. I'm just gonna change it to begin with because I don't want it to learn from the warm lighting that it gave me. So I'm just gonna use Gemini 3 and then enhance prompt. Um, and then click generate.
So have you
And
found Gemini
meanwhile,
3 to be the best for packaging? Is that why you are selecting that one?
yeah,
Mm.
yeah, it has been the most accurate to put it into different situations.
Right.
And it learns from what information you have on the package and it learns from the background that you're adding it in. So it has the harmonized feature and really learning from the depth of field as well.
Mm.
So I really like the fact that I can use that in coordination with Firefly video now, which is this one on the right, to really create the scene that I want. So this image was created with Nano Banana Pro and this video was created with Firefly video. So that was the one on the right.
Oh, wow.
The
Yeah.
one on the left was created with Nano Banana 3, but the video was the video was
Was that audio coming from the
the
video?
yes,
What?
yes. There was audio coming from the video,
I'm
which is
sorry, you
so
have to play that
fascinating.
again. What was that?
It was some I think it was not a language that we understand. Let's see.
Titulituskap na kupao. Inmet lumamang, ukar shamakatar. Etta jawanga tosta pimalupam.
Yeah, that was not I don't think that's a language,
Yeah, I don't
but
recognize it. You would, I mean, you speak like 5 languages. So if anyone's,
yeah.
you've got more authority on it than I do. I speak one poorly.
I think it was probably a mix of a few and it was ending up to be gibberish. I could be wrong, but it
Yeah.
seemed that way to me.
Right.
But
Yeah.
it's interesting because earlier when I was prepping for the stream, I was really thinking about like testing some scenarios out, and this gave me holiday music by entering no audio.
Oh,
It
really?
learned from the scene and gave me holiday music. So I'm surprised to hear what this was. It's very, very interesting.
That was Gemini
Um,
speaking to you. Let me out.
yeah.
Get me out of here.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
Okay. Yeah, so you really have to, at the end of the day, you really have to go in and experiment stuff. Like for instance, in this case, it only gave me one packaging.
Mm.
So I am gonna do a bunch of experiments and really see what we come up with. I am not gonna spend a lot of time though because of the interest of time, which is why also we're doing this comparatively quicker than what I would, because I would spend like probably 15 to 20 minutes on just one scene or 30 minutes just on one scene to get it perfect. And right now I'm not doing that because um time. What is time?
Mm.
Okay, this one isn't that bad. Actually, I like the snowflakes, and then the light is also comparatively better. As compared to this is definitely better. So I like
Yeah.
this one more.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, okay.
Added
Not
a
that
nice
bad.
little gingerbread house
Yeah.
in the background.
Yeah. That's really nice. Okay, I'm gonna generate a couple more, and then we'll go to scene three while it does that. This one is really nice as well, but I would want some warmth because I wanted to like invoke the feeling of like holiday and like
Mm.
cozy blanket, coffee, and all of those things. So yeah, I wanted warm lighting, but I don't think it's working right now. But this one turned out nice. I like the warm lighting in this one as well. So we're gonna let these two generate and then create a video out of the one scene that we really like. So yeah, we're done with scene one, scene two, and now let's jump to scene three. I am gonna say again, this is my formula where I say show me this subject and then add in where and what you want around with it, and then what's the lighting you want, and then if you want like a camera angle, or if you want colors, specific colors, or like a feeling that you want to invoke when people look at it, add in all of that information and it really learns from it. So I'm going to say show me this subject um on a wooden sleigh with gingerbread cookies and acorns. Did I spell that right? Probably not. Holiday. I'm going to say Christmas decorations just to be sure. And then warm lighting. And then I am going to use my first image as the image prompt. So I'm going to use this and then click generate. And then meanwhile, my other two images for scene two have been generated. So I'm going to bring those here and really see which video I want to generate. Um, let's see. Okay, these two seem to be very similar, except the trees are a little bit different.
Mm.
And I think out of all of these, I do like the gingerbread one or maybe this one.
Yeah.
Um, So let's go with this one. I'm going to bring this to the side. And then this is scene two. So I'm going to click generate video for this. Click on generate video. And then same thing, I'm going to be using VO 3.1 and Firefly video for all of these generations. So I'm going to click generate with VO 3.1 and then I'm going to go Firefly video for video as well. And
And
meanwhile, go ahead.
I was going to ask if Firefly 3.1, I assume, is the latest Firefly. Is that right?
Yeah, I think so. It doesn't say what Firefly version it's using for video, but I assume it's the latest.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, just in case people are wondering, or if they're watching that
Yeah.
this in the future and it's 3.3, you're probably just using the latest version of Firefly to generate
Yeah.
the video. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Yeah, so we generated the video for scene two. I'm gonna let that happen in the background. And the prompt that we gave for scene three actually generated this image for us, which I really like. Um, it almost jumbled up some letters here, and we can fix that once we're really getting into it and trying to get it right. I do want to enhance my prompt and use Gemini 3 again to really see what it comes up with. I'm gonna click generate. It seems like this is inside, which is kind of a nice thing because I see a Christmas tree in the background, and
Right.
it's because I wrote Christmas decorations, and I love that it kind of learned from that. I'm gonna say generate like 3 times, so we have 3 images working in the background. I do have to say this seems quite fast because it's doing all these generations so quickly. And I want to be mindful of the generations that I'm creating here as well. But this was this was pretty fast too.
Mm.
Wow, this was Firefly video. I love it. It's almost like the snows like there too. And this one has audio, so brace yourself. I don't know
Okay, I'm ready.
what it's gonna be, but we'll find out together. Okay, not bad, minus the fact that there's like these trees that just came into the scene
It's kind of
for some
interesting though.
reason.
It kind of framed it like that. Kind of reminds me a lot of like a display ad, like the sort of things that you would
Yeah,
get on a banner or something, where they
yeah.
just use like 2D kind of animations, like even though it's a 3D
Hmm.
subject, and kind of quite simply do it because obviously they need to keep the file size really low. That reminded me a
Yeah,
lot of that. It just kind of framed a piece of packaging.
yeah.
Interesting.
That is so interesting to hear as well. Okay, out of all these, I think I like this one the best because this highlights the product more than the sleigh,
Mm.
which has been the case ever since I enhanced my prompt. So maybe I'll just load this one again and go generate. And I actually want to go in here to see what the prompt did. With intricate carvings, that's the reason that the sleigh has more detail than the prompt itself. So I'm just gonna say a wooden sleigh. Yeah, all of the information should be same, and I'm gonna hit generate again. So yeah, we have spent a lot of time on this. So I just want to highlight the fact that this is scene one, and we just have this information. So this we're setting the scene. We're really showing that this is the packaging that we're talking about. It's a coffee cup, so there's coffee. Obviously, I can go in and add more smoke if I wanted in my prompt. There is another variation here as well. I'm gonna mute this one and then play just to show you how that looks like. And that's scene one still. The second one is really showing that this is the coffee packaging we're talking about. So it comes into scene and we say these are the four different holiday flavors that we have for Soban for the holiday season.
Mm.
And then scene three is really showing us the food pairings. Maybe this is how you can eat it and entertain people and like be cozy and drink coffee for every holiday occasion, which is not the case for holiday, but holiday, maybe it's like an ad for an advent calendar or something like that, and maybe
Yeah.
this can be one of the things that you can do. So this is scene three, and I'm going to bring in some of the information. So we did create some more. I'm going to bring these and then place them on canvas and make them bigger. I think I do like this one by the looks of it. Oops, that was very zoomed in. Here we go. Okay, yeah, this seems like this is just this scene from another angle, which could be a really good use case for like creating a video which goes from this scene to the next. So the way
Right.
that you would do that is click on generate video, and then I want to say Firefly video here. And then the first frame is this one. I select the last frame to be this one and then click generate. And so it would rotate the camera around as if this was set in one scene and then go from this to this. Hopefully that's the case.
Mm.
But
Yeah,
if
we'll see
that's
how
not
that
the
goes.
case, yeah, if that's not the case, I am going to remove the last frame just so that we have something for scene three.
Yeah.
Um, okay, how are we for time? How much time has it been?
Uh,
30
yeah,
minutes?
it's been about half an hour. Yep. Yep.
Okay. All right. So, okay, I'm gonna make it really quick. But we have almost three scenes now and then three to go. I did make some beforehand. So if we're running short of time, you can let me know and then we can just get those and create a
We're
video out
doing
of it.
okay. Yeah, 28 minutes. So yeah, we're okay. We're okay.
Okay.
Okay,
So
cool.
I'm gonna say, show me. I'm gonna use the fourth scene here, which is just a gift box made of ice. So I had this idea like an ice sculpture gift
Mm.
box in a snowy winter wonderland. And so I'm gonna say, so show me one of the subject um in an iced or an ice or in a gift box made of ice with ribbons with a ribbon. I don't know what this will generate, but we'll find out. And I am using some of these words that I've used for all the prompts, which is bokeh, warm lighting, winter, serene, scene.
Mm.
And because this is the vibe that I'm going for the whole campaign. So I want it to be warm. I want it to be have some bokeh, so it like gives some camera depth of field. And so I'm using all of that as information. And then I am going to use my image prompt here, reference image, sorry, and then click on generate. And then meanwhile, click enhance prompt and then click on generate and then click on generate again. All right. And then I did see that the video was generated for our previous scene. So I'm going to bring that in. And there's a fire in the background, which I totally missed that there was a fire in the background. Okay. Let's play it.
Let's see.
Okay.
Oh, the
That's
sled's
not
moving a
bad.
little bit.
Yeah. Let's see this one. Oh, that's the one.
Oh, wow.
That was very interesting.
It
I want to play
transforms.
that
You just
again.
need the
Yeah.
transformer music in the background.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Yeah. That was so interesting to see how that worked. Okay, it's fair to say I'm gonna use this one. This is also generated with Firefly video, so I think I like this one the most. Let's bring this to the side, and then let's bring this one to the side, and then maybe this is the one. Yeah, let's bring these three to the side because this is what we're going to be using in our campaign. And then these are the scene for ice sculpture images that were generated. So let's see what that is like. Immediately, I like the first one because of the light that it has, and also because of how interesting
Hmm.
like it looks with everything and all of the details of the packaging were preserved. Even though the image that I gave it a reference had three packages, it understood from my prompt, which was a single line of prompt here, which said, show me one of the subject in a gift box made of ice with a ribbon in a snowy winter serene scene, bokeh and warm lighting. That's all. And then for this one, I actually used the enhance prompt button, and it generated this entire prompt for me and still did not give me the output that I wanted. I mean, it did give me bokeh and warm lighting, but it's still kind of cold. Like the colors here are more cool than I wanted, and this is more the vibe that I was going for because it gives the product the right kind of light that I wanted,
Yeah. Yep. I see
which
that.
is yeah. And then the colors, even the colors are more like harmonious than the next two. So I'm gonna load this and then maybe I'm gonna generate a bunch with just a basic prompt. So I think the lesson here is that sometimes a good prompt with like more amount of detail works the best for you, but it really depends on the kind of outcome you're looking for. Maybe this is the vibe that you're going for and you want it to be a cool winter scene, and that's the strategy or that's the direction. But for me, this is the direction, and I think this works the best. I just click generate a bunch of times. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
interesting. Have you seen the Coca-Cola ad campaign that was AI generated this year as well?
No, I haven't.
Oh, you should go and
Have to
watch
look
it.
it up.
Yeah, they did that last year and they redid it this year as well. But they actually recreated something from, I think, the 90s, I want to say. But that was their ad campaign in the 90s. And then they used AI and partnered up with a San Francisco agency to create the AI generated version last year for the first time. And then this year again, which was very fascinating.
I'll have to check it
I was
out.
like, oh, yeah, definitely check it out.
So they remade
Okay.
an old one, but they did it using AI.
Yes, yes.
Interesting. It's funny
Okay,
when
I'm
that sort of
gonna,
stuff. It's that's so classic advertising though, because they would have known there will be
yeah,
backlash and articles written about it. But
yeah,
no,
yeah,
no advertising is bad advertising, right? That's
yeah,
such a classic. Um,
yeah.
Amazing.
Okay, I don't like any of these results. I just generated a bunch of these. So yeah, at the end of the day, it's how much of a perfectionist you want to be and how many results you want to create. We've already created about 20 plus images
Mm.
here. And it really depends on how much time you have and what's the real outcome that you're looking for. I think I want to go with this one just for the sake of time, and then I'm gonna create a video out of this. So I'm gonna delete my prompt, and then give it my first frame. And this is basically a very simple workflow where you would go in and write in. You could give it a prompt saying, zoom in on the scene um, with subtle animation and snow falling. I could do this and give it a prompt and create a specific video, or I could let AI be as creative as it wants to be and then give me a transformer video. So I'm going to give it this specific prompt for both of these models and see what comes up. And in the past three scenes that we've done, I haven't given any prompt at all. So again, with this one, you can also go in and enhance your prompt, which is a Firefly Boards feature. So you can go in and enhance this prompt. Now it did give me a person dressed here by enhancing the prompt, which I didn't really want. So I don't really want this, and it's important to read what information you have there. So I'm just gonna delete that. And then maybe I want to click generate again to see what happens when we click on enhance prompt. So yeah, we have four scenes.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, yeah. And then the last two are coffee in cups with cookies on the table, tabletop scene with coffee packaging, and then the very last one is all three flavors and snow, and then just like you bring that over in Express, which we're gonna do just that. We're gonna download all of these videos and then bring it over to Adobe Express to really make the campaign, and then pick music. Yeah, these three videos are generating. So I want to actually browse through my infinite board and bring your attention to the scenes that I created earlier.
Mm.
So, um, this was these were some of the scenes that I created, and some of these might have audio as well. This was generated with Firefly video, which I actually like the one that we generated today,
Mm.
or right now, 30 minutes ago, just to see because the colors were more vibrant and I like that more. And this one has holiday music. I was like, wow,
Mm.
how did it learn from it? It's so interesting. And then this one was the mid-air scene too that I generated, and then this was the video. Again, done with VO3.
Oh, it's
But
making them 3D. That's interesting.
yeah, yeah. That's so interesting. And then I did one with the sleigh, which I actually really like this image, which it kind of gives like
Oh, yeah.
a
Yep.
good, yeah, right? And then so we generated, well, I generated this earlier, where it gives like zoom out kind of pan effect where,
Mm.
oh, the snow's falling and we're going away from the scene.
That's probably the closest to a real campaign, I would say, that one there from all that we've
Yeah,
seen. Like that looks
yeah,
like it's difficult to kind of differentiate that from what you might expect.
yeah.
Interesting.
And then I also did the gift box, which I did all three in this case. And because I really like this one because it kind of makes it seem like all of these are like packed up
It's like
together.
packaging, right? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Like it's
And so
wrapped
this one,
around like a Christmas wrap packaging, and
exactly.
then
Yeah,
inside
yeah.
is all the coffee separate bags and
Exactly.
stuff.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get it. That's why
Wow.
I love this output because I was like, this is really cool. So maybe we should do this.
Yeah.
And then the
Cool.
next scene, which is scene five, again, this was generated with Nano Banana Pro. And then this one, I think, I'm not sure if this was Firefly or how do you see content credentials? I'm curious. There's a way to see content credentials here as well, but I can't
I
see
thought there
it.
was always an icon in the top right hand corner.
Yeah, I thought so too, but I can't see it now. There is one
There's
for
one
this
that
image.
one.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't see it for the video, which is so interesting. But it does have audio, so I'm assuming it is VO because I didn't use anything else other than Firefly video and VO. So
Yeah.
this was, yeah, this is VO 3.1.
It got the coffee
Um,
steam really
yeah,
correct in this
yeah.
one. Yeah.
Yeah. And then you'll see, I'm gonna pause it, sorry. You'll see that these coffee cups and then this coffee cup that I generated earlier are almost the same.
Mm.
Like they seem like it was the same cup, which is so interesting.
Mm.
And then the last scene was just these three packages in snow. So again, I generated this with VO 3.1.
Yep.
So it's like, oh,
Just a little bit of snow.
yeah.
It's like
And
someone
then
just out
wait
of
for
camera
it.
just threw a bag of snow down.
You'll be so excited looking at this one. Okay, wait
Okay,
for it.
I'm ready. Oh, okay. Oh wow, that's so funny.
This is
Yeah.
a yeah, this is a fun one as well. Yeah, so these are all our six scenes, and what I'm gonna do now is maybe I'm gonna download some of the earlier ones that we created. So I'm gonna browse up to the ones that we created and um We're the ones. Here we go. And then here's a download button where it lets you download this file. I am going to create a video out of all these. So let's download all three videos. And then I am going to go back to the ones that I created earlier. Maybe I want to download this one as well because I think I like that better. Yeah, and now it's just piecing it all together and finding the right music and really learn how you would use this with audio and text in Adobe Express. So let's jump into Express, which is right here. And then I'm going to click the plus icon and really go with video. I'm going to say landscape. And then I want to bring all my campaigns. I just have my downloads folder here on the left-hand side screen. So I'm just going to bring some of these assets in here, which, yeah, let's start with this one. And I'm just dragging and dropping into my scene. And this is my timeline. And for those of you all who may not have known, this is actually the new timeline here as well, where you can, it's in beta and you can see layers of everything that you would in other video tools as well.
Right. That's good to see.
Yeah, which is like really nice because now I can see multiple things that I've added on the scene. I'm actually going to bring this here so you can see what I'm doing. So I'm looking at some of these videos and the order of this. Okay, maybe I want this one. Yeah, this is our second scene. So I'm going to drag it in here, and then click the plus button, add a blank scene. Nope, that's the one. And then I'm going to do it for the 6 scenes that we have. I think I'm going to pick an audio that I can find in Adobe Express from Adobe Stock, just because I think that that might be better for a use case, because every video here has a different audio and I want it to be one seamless video.
Yeah.
So I think I'm gonna go with that and then add that here.
So all of the
Okay.
video generations added its own audio, or at least its own audio
Yes.
track, whether there was content in it or if it was not loud or whatever.
Yeah, if it was VO 3.1 and I selected the audio on model, like you can go in and select the fact, like select or deselect whether or not you want audio. So if I wanted generate video here, and then I used VO 3.1, which is right here, you have an option to turn off audio if you didn't want it. But I had it turned on for everything because I wanted to see what it would do,
Yeah.
just to see the outcome. I was just curious.
I'm glad you did. It was
Yeah.
interesting, funny to hear.
Yeah. Some of the outcomes were really good, but some were not the use case that we wanted. All right. So I think we are almost there. I do want to fit it to the whole scene. And then the next thing that I want to do is actually go ahead and mute all of these. This one did not have any audio. I can go into every scene, and on the right-hand side properties panel, I can see respective contextual information for the things that I have selected on the canvas. So if I have a video, it'll show me video specific options. I have remove background, fill, enhance speech. If you have any audio, which also uses AI for it, and then volume, speed, and then some of the adjust and opacity. And this is really interesting because this properties panel actually changes with whatever you have selected on the screen. So let's say I have a text um, added here, it would only give me the properties of that text object that was selected. If I select the video, it's going to change whatever was there on the properties panel. So let's say you wanted to add some text here, whatever that text would be, that would change specifically for that.
Right.
All right, so I am going to decrease the timeline here. And then let's pick a sound because why not? I'm going to go to media and then you can browse through all of the photos, which are Adobe stock, videos, which is Adobe stock, and audio, which is Adobe stock as well. And then, as you can tell, I did my research. So there is Christmas music here in Adobe stock audio as well, which I think is Winter House, I want to say.
Winter
But
House.
I'll play that and
Like
see what
Christmas.
comes.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, I guess we're using this. You can play through these buttons and really see what song you like. I'm gonna click this and then bring that brings it into the scene.
Yeah.
And then now if I click, it's right now it's 42 seconds, which is perfect in a perfect world. But I'm gonna play.
I don't know. We're not hearing very much of the music on this on our side, I
Oh,
don't think. I think it's
Let's
a
see.
Zoom thing because if we didn't do share your computer audio, then it probably.
Oh,
I can hear it at the start a little bit, but I don't think the whole thing's coming through.
how about now? Can you hear me now?
I can hear you. Yeah.
Okay. Can you hear the music?
No.
Oh
I think we'd have
no.
to reconnect and come back to connect. So we'll just take your word for it. I think it's fine with the
Okay.
music. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It
It's
has
probably for
music
the
in the
best
background.
anyway. I feel like it's saved me a
Yeah.
couple of times because who knows if this audio is like without it being licensed, if it's okay for you to have it, but
Yeah.
then me to play it on YouTube on a, it's someone else's
Yeah.
account. So I think it's probably for the best to keep
Yeah.
it.
No, you're right. I am gonna also mute it on my end, and then this is how it add the audio to this whole campaign. But I'm gonna go through a quick playthrough of this whole video that we generated using AI.
Yeah, cool.
I think we could decrease the timing of these specific scenes because they go on for much longer than I would want it to.
Right. Yeah. Either
Unless
speed
there's a
it up or,
voiceover on top. Yeah, like
yeah.
unless there's a voiceover or like text coming into the screen, which I think would be perfect for something like this. Like if you're talking about it, like welcome to the new flavors or whatever, like
Yeah.
whatever the audio is, I think it would really make sense to have this duration. But right now,
Yeah.
it doesn't really make sense for us. But I like the sprinkle of snow at the end.
Right at the end. Yeah.
And
It's
yeah,
cool.
yeah, this is all AI generated.
Pretty
So yeah,
amazing,
that
isn't
that
it? Like
yeah,
it's
yeah.
I mean I wonder where we'll be in the future as well. Like it's still changing so quickly, but I mean that's this would have been unheard of even a year ago. So it's pretty amazing like what it can create. I
Yeah.
think like a huge takeaway for me is just the workflow in Firefly. I think you've demonstrated it more than anyone else I've seen actually on Adobe Live where you're kind of getting it to do something and then going over here and doing something else and then kind of coming back. It's a bit spinning plates,
Yeah.
but it's also like it's how I work often as well. I'll sort of start doing some project and then while that's videos rendering, I'm going over here and starting to write the copy and then I'm coming
Yeah.
back here and it's not ready yet. Okay, I'll come back over here and I'll start creating the event. You come back, it's ready. You download it, you bring it into another app to like enhance all that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And you
That's
just
basically it. It's creative chaos.
yeah, I like that.
And
Yeah.
yeah, I did this video I think earlier and I want to play through this one as well because this one is 40 seconds and you may be able to hear audio. I don't know, I don't know for sure, but if not, that's totally fine too. But
Okay.
scene one, where we go in, zoom into the coffee branding. There's coffee in the air, new flavors which are holiday theme, and you can enjoy them with gingerbread cookies for all your holiday cheer.
Oh, we're getting voiceover. Okay, keep going.
Or you could gift it to your friends or put it in a stocking
Nice.
and enjoy it with your loved ones for any of the occasions.
Nice. Good job.
But we're available all around, so come join us and have some holiday flavor.
Wow, good job. You should do voiceover stuff. That was great. You had the scenes nailed. Enjoy it with your friend. Limited time offer. Really great.
Yeah.
Excellent. I loved
No,
it.
it just tells you how much TV and ad campaigns I absorb every
Right.
day.
Yeah. That was really cool. Okay, that's
No,
great.
but with that said, I hope the viewers watching get some inspiration from this and really come up with their own campaigns. And we would love to see what you create. So if you're using Firefly boards, Firefly video, any of the partner models, tag us on Instagram, comment on YouTube, and if you have any questions, as always, happy to answer them after the stream as well. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Incredible. Yeah, that was amazing. Thank you so much, Anika. And thank you all for watching live or watching on demand. We'll be back shortly with some more Adobe Live to take us out for the rest of the year. Thank you so much, Anika. It's been a pleasure.
Absolutely. Thanks, Lynn, for having me. And I hope you have a good holiday season.
I will. You too. Bye, everyone.